What does it mean to be erased from a family empire? For Tiffany Trump, it's a question that cuts deeper than money. It's about identity, loyalty, and the cost of not fitting a powerful brand. Rumors have swirled for years about her place in the Trump dynasty, but in 2025, a shocking revelation brought her story to the forefront. Let's dive into a saga of betrayal, courage, and a truth that shook the nation. Tiffany Trump grew up far from the glitz of Trump Tower. Born in 1993 to Donald Trump and Marla Maples, she was raised by her mother in California after their 1999 divorce. Unlike her half-siblings, Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric, Tiffany stayed out of the spotlight. She excelled at the University of Pennsylvania in Georgetown Law, even dabbled in music and fashion, but never quite found her place in the Trump brand. While her siblings were fixtures in campaign ads and business ventures, Tiffany was often absent, a quiet figure on the family's edges. Some say she preferred it that way, but others whisper she was pushed out. What was really going on behind the scenes? In 2022, reports claim a bombshell dropped. An amendment to the Trump Trust allegedly cut Tiffany out of the family's wealth distribution. This wasn't just a financial move, it was a statement. Speculation suggests Donald Trump saw Tiffany as a liability, not to his wallet, but to his carefully crafted image. The Trump brand thrives on winners, and Tiffany, with her low-key life and lack of MAGA stardom, didn't fit the mold. Fans online buzzed with theories. Was this about control, optics, or something deeper? The truth was murky, but one woman was determined to shine a light on it. Enter Jasmine Crockett, the Texas congresswoman who's become a thorn in Trump's side. Known for her sharp tongue and fearless jabs, Crockett's no stranger to controversy. In 2025, she made headlines calling Trump a wannabe Hitler over the Epstein files and questioning Melania's visa credentials. But her boldest move came in a tense congressional hearing. Rumors say Crockett stood up, armed with evidence, and asked Trump point blank, "If all your children are equal, why was one erased?" The room fell silent. This wasn't just about inheritance. It was about a daughter sidelined, her story buried to protect a brand. But how did Crockett get this information? The answer lies with Michael Cohen, Trump's former fixer turned whistleblower. Word is, Cohen handed over a stack of documents and recordings from the Trump Organization's servers. These weren't warm family memos. They were cold, calculated plans to erase Tiffany from the legacy. One memo allegedly described her as a weak brand, unfit for the Trump image. This wasn't about love or fairness. It was about power and control. Cohen, once loyal to Trump, now fueled Crockett's mission to expose the truth. And as the evidence piled up, Trump's defenses started to crumble. Trump called the claims slander, waving them off as fake news, but the documents were hard to deny. Online, Crockett faced a storm of backlash, racist attacks and insults targeting her cadence and boldness. Yet she didn't back down. She'd faced worse, from sparring with Marjorie Taylor Greene to clapping back at Trump's low IQ jabs. For Crockett, this was bigger than one family drama. It was about exposing a system that discards anyone who doesn't fit its mold. And Tiffany? She stayed silent at first, her absence speaking volumes. But that wasn't the end of her story. When Tiffany finally spoke, it wasn't with rage or theatrics. She stepped into the public eye alone, her voice steady but heavy. "I felt erased," she said, her words cutting through the noise. No press conference, no spectacle, just a quiet resolve that hit harder than any outburst. Jasmine had given her a platform, amplifying a truth long buried. Tiffany's story wasn't just about being left out of a trust, it was about being sidelined by a family obsessed with image. And it raised a question: how many others had been erased to protect a powerful brand? This saga isn't just about Tiffany or the Trumps, it's about power, who wields it, and who gets left behind. Jasmine Crockett didn't stop at one revelation. She kept pushing, exposing how influence and wealth decide who matters. Her fight resonated, giving voice to women and others silenced by systems bigger than themselves. As the story spread, civil rights groups rallied, and the media dug deeper. Tiffany's exclusion became a symbol of something larger, a reminder that power often comes at the cost of those who don't fit its narrative. So what does Tiffany's story tell us? It's a tale of a daughter written out, a congresswoman who wouldn't stay quiet, and a truth that refused to stay buried. It forces us to ask, how far will power go to protect its image, and who gets left behind when it does? The Trump legacy is built on winners, but maybe the real story lies with those who were never given a chance to shine. What do you think? Does Tiffany's exclusion reveal a deeper flaw in the systems that shape our world? Let that question linger as you reflect on a story that's far from over.